Hello viewers, today for the initial checking out of, we have this set of Panasonic cordless telephones. This is the Panasonic KX-TGE270 cordless telephone. Made in Malaysia. And I don't know exactly how old this is. It's got to be at least 2010s because it's a 6 Plus telephone. Now I don't really have a high opinion of Panasonic's newer equipment. In fact, I actually think it's pretty bad. They seem to have forgotten how to make speakerphones, and the volume is too low and the pickup is bad, the audio quality is not that great, etc, etc. So I'm not sure what's going on with Panasonic, but those experiences are not exactly distilling confidence in this set. However, we've got to check it out before we say so for sure. Some of the earlier 6 Plus models were okay. Like for instance, I remember getting the 4053B set when it first came out. And, you know, even then, there were definitely noticeable degrades in quality compared to older models of Panasonic phones. You know, the speakerphones, while it actually worked, unlike the stuff of today, it worked, but the sound quality was a little crackly and just not quite as good as it once was. So anyways, let's see how these are. I suspect these might be old enough to at least be in good working design. There's one message on the answering machine right now. It's a computer scam. I've recorded that already on the video and show that in a separate video, so go ahead and delete that.
To erase all messages, press erase again. No message.
Once they switched to this new voice, that was definitely kind of the time when the stuff started to degrade in quality. So these handsets are pretty big. They fit okay into the hand, very wide. The buttons are nice and big, I'll give it that much. Oh, they're like the clicking kind. I don't really like that. I'm not sure I like that at all, actually. Oh, let's set the date and time. So today, let's see here. Hey, these got to be pressed pretty hard. I don't know if I liked it or not. So this is saying the 14, so it's got to be from at least 2015 or newer. So this is a pretty recent set, at least by my standards. Today is October 26, 2023. And the time, what is the time? Time is 7:30. I'm going to turn this to manual, otherwise the line simulator will keep setting it back to 12 o'clock. We got some alarms there. You know, these phones, they had a lot of nice features, but I'm more of a, I'd rather have solid basics than a lot of features. I don't even know what that is. It's so odd how they kept that old ringer on the base for all these years, but yet took it off the handset. This is a great ringer. I remember hearing that all the time back in the day. Not so much anymore. It's got decent ring volume to it. I really don't like those buttons. Alright, let's go ahead and call these up and see how the ring works. That's kind of interesting. This fades on and off.
Call from Ring It. Call from Ring It.
Leave a message.
$3,000 entries in the directory, which is reasonable. Yeah, really not too fond of these clicky buttons. They require too much force to press. The bass is okay. It's got a decent feel to it, other than the fact that it's kind of wobbly. Doesn't feel too super cheap or hollow. Why is it not working? Hello? Alright, what the heck? I don't understand what is going on here. Why does that say check phone line? Oh, the phone line came out. That's stupid. Alright, let's try again. Come on! Get in there, stupid jerk. heck is going on here?
Call from Unadine is better. Call from Unadine is better.
Leave a message and we'll call you back.
That's probably Cap.
Oh dear, that was awful. Yeah, turn that call screening off. Okay, let's try that again.
Call from Unadine is better. 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 Call from Unadine is better.
Leave a message and we'll call you back.
I don't believe you.
That greeting sounds like it's actually decent quality, which would be an exception for one of these Digitan machines.
2 new messages. That's probably Cap.
Jeez.
That's probably Cap. Thursday, 7:36 p.m. I don't believe you. Thursday, 7:39 p.m. End of final message. No message. Record greeting after the beep.
Ugh, what is that? Are you a skunk? You stink. I'm not calling you back.
Oh, what is that? Are you a skunk? You stink. I'm not calling you back.
Call from Unadine is better. 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 Call from Unadine is better.
Oh, what is that? Are you a skunk? You stink. I'm not calling you back.
The audio quality does sound a notch better than some of the other Digitan answering systems that I've used. It's certainly not fantastic and nowhere near as good as the Unit and True series was, but it's okay.
New message playback. 1. New message. The audio quality does sound a notch better than some of the other Digitan answering systems that I've used. It's certainly not fantastic and nowhere near as good as the Unit and True series was, but it's okay. Thursday, 7:41 p.m. End of final message. No message.
That's not too bad. It is better than some of the other Digitan machines that I've heard, but none of these Digitan machines are really that great except for the True phones. Those are just great. Quality is fantastic. The majority of the rest of them, I don't know, it's just not great. I don't know why, because memory is cheap. And it was not all that expensive when these were getting made, so it really should have been better. Okay, let's make some calls.
Here in the pumpkin fields with the mid-week update for this last week of full week of October, and we're open every day right through the end of the month. And
Cool, I like that feature.
color in the foliage, and it's just worth coming out to see all the natural beauty of our hilltop farm. And we are open 10 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Be here by 5 if you want time for the full experience. You can enter up to 5:30.
That sounds pretty good.
Beautiful color now in the vineyards and the crimson of the blueberry bushes. And sweeten your disposition, we have some pumpkin specials going on this week as well. So pumpkin seed, 120 Beardsley Road here in Shelton. Key for all the details is the website,
That gets pretty loud and it stays clear too. Now at the moment this noise reduction thing is on. I'm going to turn this on and off and see if there's any noticeable difference. Right now it's on.
and lots of natural fall
And
decor.
off.
And don't forget, this coming weekend, our wonderful UNICEF Children's Festival. More details on the website. That's a great activity at this beautiful, beautiful spot.
That does actually work.
Which is just up the road
Off.
from Pumpkin Fields, is open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Walnut Tree Hill Road is where you come for your Christmas trees. Now, the winery couple of
don't think it
heads
works on
of
speakerphone.
wines by
I
the
guess
bottle
not.
at the pumpkin field. So you can check that out when you're on Pumpkin Seed Hill as well. If you do have need to reach us, 203-929-6237. Please leave a clear message, or better yet, email us at farmer@jonesfamilyfarms.com.
The speakerphone volume range is fine. It goes plenty loud. The loudest and maybe the second loudest setting do get a little crackly though, but it's good enough to use. This is definitely much better than some of the other newer Panasonic phones I've used. The noise reduction did make a difference on the talk mode, and that wasn't a particularly background noisy call, but maybe in some cases that would make a big difference. Now just make sure that these other handsets work. That one seems to. I just noticed that this says number 4. This is number 2, so we're actually missing one of the handsets. So let's see if we can get rid of that. It's probably hidden in the menu somewhere. See if I can remember. I don't remember which one it was. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up and take care of that. Alright, so now let's, I'm going to record some testing messages so we can see how good the speakerphone pickup is and so forth.
5 old messages. Message 1. This is a test of the bass speakerphone. I'm speaking right over the bass right now, about 6 inches away from the microphone. Now I'm standing up next to the bass. This is probably about a 2-foot different distance between myself and the bass. And this is 3 feet, and this is about 4 feet. I hope that it's working well at this distance. Looks like message 2. I just canceled out the call as I was manipulating the bass. It looks like the microphone is on the bottom of the bass, and then it will probably channel the sound as it sits on the table. Not super fine with that design, but it does prove to be effective on some models. Alright, this is about 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet. Message 3. Well, that bass speakerphone sure was a disappointment. It cut off fairly quickly. Pickup was not the greatest. Too bad, because the volume is sure good on the incoming side. I just switched this phone to speaker. Speaking at about the same volume and distance as it was before. So that gives us a comparison between talk and speakerphone. Alright, now I'm going to set it down. I'm noticing on the speakerphone there's a bit of side tone coming through as I'm speaking closely. Once the phone gets to be like 2 or 3 inches away, I don't really notice it anymore, so that's probably not an issue. Okay, now the telephone is sitting down on the table. I'm about 1.5 feet from the telephone. Go back, this is about 4 feet from the telephone. And I imagine it's probably working just fine. I found that the DECT 6 Plus phones usually have pretty good pickup. Alright, keep moving back here, just about 5 feet away from the telephone, 6 feet away from the telephone, 7 feet away from the telephone, 8 feet away from the telephone, 9, 10, 11, 12 feet away from the telephone, 13, 14, 15, 16, and that's about as far as I can go without going into the other room. Testing machine hasn't fell off yet, but it must still be recording. Duh. I can hang up with the bass. Message 4. Message 5. Okay. This is on speakerphone now. It's on echo mode. I'm going to go upstairs now. So be a range test. I'm walking up the stairs now, and the echo is coming on and off. So it must be on the edge of the range of that. Now the echo mode is off as I walk down the hallway, and I'm going to go ahead and go outside now. I like the volume buttons on the side. That's definitely a nice feature to have, so if you can't hear something, you can turn it up without taking the phone away from your ear and then missing even more of what you already can't hear. It's unseasonably warm tonight. It was, I believe, 77 degrees today as a high. Or at least it was that when I came home this afternoon, which is around the peak of the heat this time of year. Okay, it's already on boost. I just stepped out of the door, and it's already on boost. So that's not super promising. Probably can hear I guess those are Arcadians making that sound. I like that sound. It's a nice summery sound. Alright, I'll walk down to the mailbox. It's a very nice night. There's a rabbit in the yard that just ran away. I see two of them out here regularly. I don't know if they eat acorns or not. If they do, that would certainly explain why they're here. Alright, so the phone is still on boost, and I'm approaching the mailbox. Now, bearing in mind that the phone is in the other corner of the house in the basement, so the phone is transmitting through the entirety of the house, plus, the block foundation and then some underground. So this is limiting the range. If the base was upstairs, it would get a much better reception outside. I'm past the property now, in front of the neighbor's house, and I can't tell if it's clipping out or not. I'm going to put myself in between the transmission, so it might go out now. I can't see if there's any skunks around, so that's as far as I'm going to go. So we'll see how the radio. Let's switch it to talk for a minute. So now I'm going to talk. I'm going to put it so that my head's in between the thing. I'm going to go back to speaker. Back to the mailbox again, which is empty. I already got the mail today. And back on the driveway. And while I'm upstairs, I might print out the manual for this. No, I'll do that another time. I gotta get another filing cabinet. My filing cabinet's full. I don't want to print stuff out because I don't know where to put it. Alright, I'm going back up the stairs. It's still on boost. And back in the house now. And still on boost. That's kind of surprising to me. End of messages.
Well, that was a bit disappointing. And a little bit surprising. Although, at the same time, that's not at all inconsistent with my recent findings. The base speakerphone is awful. The pickup was atrocious. So I'd kind of write that off as almost unusable. The handset speakerphone was okay. It's usable, but the pickup was not as good as some other models, Panasonic models from around the same time. And it wasn't that clear. I didn't find that the pickup was very clear. It sounded kind of like underwater, which is no good. So that was disappointing for sure. The range was about average, pretty much what I would expect. So overall, it's not a bad phone. It's definitely got a lot of neat features to it. Some stuff useful, some stuff not so much. And the buttons are nice and big, easy to read. Handsets are a decent size. I like the volume control on the side of the handset. The incoming volume on the handset is great. Plenty loud, both earpiece and speakerphone. The pickup on talk is pretty clear, but once you go to the speakerphone, it's really not quite what it should be. So it's not a bad set, but it's definitely not a Panasonic from years ago, that's for sure.